Hi class, Mr. Garcia here, and I'm going to go over the first 15 questions for your study guide. The question number one was, what is the slope? Okay, so the slope is just rise over run. So any point, but we pick nice points. For example, if we pick a bad point, this is the slope. It's still rise over run. So rise over run. But notice I went like up 1, 2.5. So 2.5, and then I run 1.5 over 1.5. We don't use like fractions. All right, so we're gonna pick nice intersections. So a nice intersection is from here, and then this is not, and this is a nice intersection. So the slope is 2. We rise 2 over 1. So rise over run. So rise over run. So we rise 2 over 1. We rise 2, we run 1. We rise 2 over 1. We rise 2 over 1. Okay, so the answer is 2. Okay, so the steepness is not just 2. We don't go up 2 and then another 2 is not another 2, because that's not steepness. We got to run over 1. Okay, so we have another a slope question. So the slope of this one, we're going to pick nice intersection. So this is a nice intersection here, and there's another one right here. So we go up 2 and we run 3. We go up 2, and that's a nice intersection here, 2 over 3. So the answer is 2 over 3 on that one. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, I'm going to do it two ways. We're going to start plotting. So the point 0, 0 is right here. 0 to the right, 0 up. The next point, I'm going to go to the right 1 and up 20. Up 20. Okay, the next point is 240 and 360. So we're just graphing all those ordered pairs. If I make a line and join all those points, I have a y-intercept. That y-intercept crosses the y-axis, this street at 0. So this is going to be 0. Okay, so that's going to be 0. What about the slope? It looks like you go up 20 for every 1. So we go up 20 for every 1 unit. We go up 20 for every another 1 unit. So every time we go up 20, it changes by 20 over 1. All right, the easiest way, the change in y over change in x, this is the x values, this is the y values. So this is changing 20 from 0 to 20. We have 20, so the difference is 20 on the y's. And then the x's, it's changing by 1. So this is 20 over 1. That's the slope. So the slope is just a number. 20 over 1 is just 20. And now you got to get it into this form. Y is equal to the slope, which is 20, x, and we don't write plus 0. You're not 14 plus 0. So that's the equation that represents this line. Okay, slide number 4. Let me plot those points. So the first point I'm going to plot is 1, 0, and then 2, 2, 1. So let me plot those points now. Okay, here are the points. And if I am going to join all those points with a line, this would cross, the B is where is the y-intercept. So this line would cross the y-intercept at -1, at right here. Oh, at -1. -1. All right, so your y-intercept is -1, and then the change in y over change in x. That's the rise over run. The slope is the change in y is 1. From 0 to 1 is just 1, and now 1 to 2, the difference is 1. So the slope is 1. So that's a number. So it's 1. And then when we put it all together, y is equal to 1x, so just x, plus the y-intercept, so plus a -1. Okay, so that's the equation. All right, so number 5, let me plot those points for you guys. So let me. Okay, so I have went and plotted the points 195, 296, 397, and if I were to join those with a line, the y-intercept would cross not at 95, 96, but at 94. So right there, so my y-intercept, that's the B, that's when this line crosses the y-axis, it's at 94. Okay, what about the rise over run? So it looks like it's changing 1 for every 1 unit. So rise 1, run 1. Okay, so the rise over run is the same thing as change in y over the change in x. So these are the changes in y, and it's changing by 1. So from 96 to 97, this is changing by 1. And then from 2 to 3 is changing by 1. So the slope is 1. 1 over 1, which is just 1. So now our equation is going to be y is equal to the slope, which is 1, x, and then the y-intercept happens at 94. It's right here, plus 94. Okay, so I hope this helps. Okay, for slide number 6, at the north parking garage, it costs $5 to bring your car into the airport or to the garage, plus $2 for every hour parked. So 2 plus 2 plus 2. All right, so let me plot those points. Actually, I can't even plot those points because I don't have any. All right, so I'm gonna have to fill in this table. So it looks like I have to pay $5 to bring my car into the garage. So if I'm there for 0 hours, I want to pay $5. If I'm there at the parking garage 1 hour, I'm gonna pay $2 more. So that's 7, and plus $2. So every hour I'm adding 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, and at the 5th hour I'm gonna pay $15. So now I can plot my points. Okay, so I've gone and plotted all my points. The first one is 0, 5, so $5. If I'm there for 0 hours, I'm gonna pay $5. This is the cost. If I'm there for 1 hour, I'm gonna pay $7, and so on. All right, so if I join a line, it's gonna look like this. And so do the best you can because I can't really see where 7. All right, so if I'm there for 5 hours, I'm gonna pay $15. So it's kind of like that. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna just use the table to come up with my slope. Okay, so my slope is gonna be change in y. So the slope is rise over run, and I'm rising along the y-axis. All right, so this is the y-axis. All right, so I'm gonna go up, not along the y-axis, but it's elevation. So the change in y is gonna be from the changes from this number to this number, this number to this number. So it's changing by 2, and it tells you. All right, so the change in y is changing by 2, and the change in x is changing by 1. All right, so you're paying $2 for every 1 hour. So an additional $2 for every 1 hour. All right, so the rate of change is $2 for every hour. So it's just a number, 2. It's not x, it's just 2. And your y-intercept happens at 5. Okay, so you can look at this line and know that it intersects the y-axis at 5. Or you can look at this table. When x is 0, y is 5. Okay, so that's 5. And then you just put it all together using this form. So your equation's got to have an equal sign. The slope is $2 for every 1 hour, and we put an x after it so we know how many hours, if it's 1, 2, or 3, or 4. Okay, and then the last one, your y-intercept is at 5. So we just get those. The m is the slope, b is the y-intercept, and that's the equation. All right, so I hope this helps.